What's up, everybody here on YouTube? My name's Chad, right here with Charleston Car Videos. So today's video, this is just going to be a short video, but to talk about Jeep Wranglers, the availability of them in your town or city, but really going to dive into more about talking about the price of Jeep Wranglers and all of that. So stay with us on this video. We're going to be right back in just a minute, and we're going to really get into it because this is some information that I really want to share that's been on my mind with a lot of people out there that are looking to buy Jeep Wranglers currently right now. It's spring, summer 2020. Stay with us. So right now we're sitting inside of a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited 4-door Rubicon. Kind of like that over there, but just not with the lift kit, the wheels, tires, and all that. But definitely a beautiful Wrangler that we're sitting in. This is actually a 2013 model. And it's got, you know, it's dark gray with the hard top. Mileage is pretty good, 127,000 miles. It's got the navigation, you know, all the nice little things, and also a manual transmission. And again, did I not say earlier, Rubicon? Yeah, Rubicon. And as you'll see kind of out here on the lot at Rogers Wranglers where I work at, I mean, we got a ton of Jeeps. There's one there. There's about 7 or 8 that go straight down that line there past that white Willys 4-door JKU. Then there's, you know, tons of 2-doors over here. And then there's another 5 or 6 going down that way. And then there's several more on the other side of the store and in the backyard and in service. We really do got a bunch of Jeeps. And we also sell other vehicles as well. But let me show you what we got going on here. There's the price on the window of this 2013 JKU Rubicon with 127,000 miles, $23,880. $23,880. So there's the outside of the JKU Rubicon we were just sitting in. As I said, it's a nice looking Jeep. It's got the BFG all-terrain tires. You know, it doesn't have the lift kit and all the extra sporty things that you might want if you're going to do some off-roading. And that's why we offer what this is over here. And again, we are here today to talk about pricing and whatnot on Jeep Wranglers. This one here is a 2010 model, 90,000 miles. A ton of upgrades that we did on it ourselves here at Rogers Wranglers. And again, the price on that one with a manual transmission is $24,900. So that's $25,000 to get one all hooked up. Or you could buy one that's 3 years newer with a little bit more mileage for $23,800. So if it was in my position, I think I'd bump over and buy this one because it's definitely got everything I would ever want on a Wrangler. Both of them have the same engine, the 3.8. And I know y'all Jeepers out there that are really diehard fans, you're going to say, man, I want the 3.6 liter motor if you're getting a 4-door. Well, have at it. But here's the thing, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to walk through a little bit. And I want some of y'all to chime in the comments section. Here's the 2006 LJ, 88,000 miles, automatic, in beautiful shape. Got JK wheels on it. BFG tires in great shape. We also added on a front and steel bumper with some KC lights. Paint's fresh. $15,990. There's one. Here's an 09 JKU hardtop manual transmission. Sahara for $18,990 with 120,000 miles. You know, I'm not sure on that one, but this one here, 2008 model JKU. It's got some nice upgrades on it, around 168,000 miles for $16,900. That one there is just, whoa, that one's bonkers at $19,900. It's some custom-made Jeep. We're not really talking about those types. We're talking about this kind of stuff. And then we're talking about 2-doors and 4-doors and everything. I'm letting y'all see a little bit of what we got before I dive into talking about pricing and all. Here's a TJ, okay, 4.0 liter. Everybody just raves about that motor, saying, hey, man, the 4.0 liter is the best motor ever made in Jeeps. Maybe so, but anyways, a TJ with fresh paint, brand new wheels and tires, 35s on 18s, okay, or 17s, something like that. Manual transmission, maybe not the color that everybody likes with the brown and the tan top and the tan interior, but hey, what a little love, man. You could black out the fenders, do some things to make that thing look just a little better. But that's $10,990 with 140,000 miles. This one's $19,900, 59,000 miles on a 2011 JK manual, okay? Got a bunch of manuals. Here's one, a TJ 2000 model, hardtop, good tires, looks clean, automatic, cold AC, put a new fuel pump on it. It's actually a great Jeep, right? 4.0 liter with 113,000 miles. And then you say, man, $79.90, what a great deal, right? But this one right here has got a little rust up underneath of it. A lot of 20-year-old Jeeps will have some corrosion and rust. So that's what we got going on this one. That's why the price is a little bit lower. Somebody will grab it up sooner or later. Here's an 09, 15.9's got the lift kit, hardtop, automatic transmission, four-wheel drive, JK series. Nice looking wheels and tires, rough country lift. Okay, so 15.9. Here's a YJ Sahara in beautiful condition. Beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. 140 or so thousand miles for $99.90. Automatic, hardtop. The thing has been redone over on the inside. I mean, it's beautiful. 4.0 under the hood. Not everybody's a fan of the square headlight YJ, but hey, if you like it, it's there. It kind of reminds me of a classic car a little bit, the way the interior's set up. But $99.90. So 10 grand, 16 grand, 15.9, 8 grand, 20 grand, 11 grand, and so on. And then all these, we won't go through all of them out here, but the average price on any of these soft top four doors right in here is going to be anywhere between $16.9 to $22.9. So somewhere in there. And most of these are 2012 and under. There's just a few of them, they're 2012 models with the 3.6. The rest are like 08 to 2010, 11, somewhere right around there. But let's go ahead and dive into the actual video and let's talk about price a little bit, because we're getting a lot of people messaging on this one. I just got done talking to a guy in Atlanta on this Wrangler right here. I think we got that thing advertised for like $22.9, $21.9, somewhere right in there. It's a 2014 with 69,000 miles. It's a JKU, but it does have roll-up windows. It is automatic, but you know, a little basic, but very sporty. Got all the upgrades on it that maybe somebody would like. Anyways, $69K for a 14 model, around $22,000. So you're kind of seeing the prices here, and we're getting a lot of activity on that. But we're going to talk more here in just a minute, like I just said, because we got to dive into it on price. I mean, as you can see on the windows here, 19.5, 16, 16, 19. They're all in that 15 to 20 range to get one. Look at that one. What a cute little Jeep. Look at that cute little Jeep. The creepy crawler. Look at that little Wrangler there. That one's on sale for only $12,990. There's a catch. There's no AC in it. Did you know that? Did you know that Jeeps actually came from some of the manufacturers with no air conditioning in them at all? No button, no compressor, none of that stuff. But hey, it's a great deal for somebody out there looking for a little Jeep. All right, everybody, so I had to take a break for a moment, got busy, and I actually sold a Jeep. Can you believe that? I sold a Jeep Wrangler today. But here's what I want to talk about real quickly here about this money. You know, we get people coming in about every day looking at Jeep Wranglers for sale, used ones. And, you know, here's the thing. I mean, really, when it comes down to it on the money side here, you know, people come in and they'll go, I'm looking for a Jeep Wrangler under $10,000, right? I understand you got a budget on what you're trying to spend, but it seems like the folks that come in looking for a Wrangler under $10,000 never seem to end up buying a Jeep from me, because for us to have Jeep Wranglers at a pre-owned car dealership that specializes in Jeep Wranglers, it doesn't seem that we have a whole lot of Jeep Wranglers under $10,000. I mean, realistically here, we're trying to sell people Jeeps that are going to be in good condition, able to be test driven and taken off the lot, taken home, and go right out to the off-road trail if they want to. Our Jeeps are going to have the maintenance done. The Jeeps are going to have good tires on them. They're going to be ran through the shop and inspected. In some cases, they're already going to have lift kits. They're going to already have stuff done to them that are things that you may want to do to your Jeep, and you're actually being able to buy one that's already got the stuff done to it. I mean, so what I'm getting at here is, a lot of times I don't understand why, if someone has, let's say, $10,000 cash to spend, I mean, can they not spend just a little bit more and get something that's really nice?
or something that's, you know, that's already ready to go. I mean, we have lots of Jeeps at our store, and we have a lot of them in the backyard back there that are a little bit older, and you know, might in reality be a $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 Wrangler. But what we do is we'll take a Wrangler like that and fix it up, and sometimes we do sell them for $8,900 or sell them for $10,900 and whatnot. But in most cases, I mean, a lot of the Jeeps on the lot are going to be over $10,000. I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, this one right now, 2015 Oscar Mike Edition, all stock, beautiful Jeep with 137,000 miles, is going for $22,900. So I mean, sometimes all I'm getting at, you got to play. If you want to play, you got to spend the money. You got to, what's the old saying there? You got to pay to play. And that's just the truth about it. I mean, really, in reality, if you really want to have a good time and go out and do this Jeep thing, you gotta have to be able to spend some money to be able to do it. It's an expensive habit, especially if you're buying a Jeep to go off-roading and all. I mean, parts aren't cheap, and believe me, if you get out there in your Jeep and go off-roading and do some heavy off-roading with this thing, I mean, you're bound to break something. So I hope you got the money to spend to fix it. So if you're on a budget, just trying to get the thing, and then you actually really do plan out going and doing some off-roading in one, you know, your budget might as well go out the window, because things are going to break and you're going to have to spend money. Now, if you're buying it just to drive it back and forth to work, or maybe to school, or going to the beach, things like that, then hey, I got you. But again, Jeeps are like the third vehicle at the house, or the toy. They're the fun vehicle, and you can only expect to have to spend money on buying a toy. And that's just really what it is. I mean, it costs money to have fun.
So I've had several customers come on the lot, again, like we're talking, looking for these Jeeps that are 10,000 and less. And like, for instance, here's a Jeep Wrangler. It's 10,990. Yeah, it's 10,990. I mean, you can either test drive it and make sure it's what you like, and then we can sit down in the office in there and we can negotiate a little bit. But you need to understand, as a customer that's buying at a car dealership, that there's going to be sales tax involved in the deal. There's going to be a dealer admin fee involved in the deal. There's going to be a new tag or transfer tag involved in the deal. So those three things right there, sales tax in South Carolina is $500. Your dealer processing fee or admin fee, whatever you want to call it, is $299, right? And then on top of that, you got $55 for a new tag. That's almost $700-800 right there, and wrapped up into a deal. So at the end of the day, when you're looking at all this stuff, you got to realize that, look, it may cost you a little bit more money than what you budgeted for in the first place. So give yourself that buffer room to say, hey, if it's $10,000 plus tags and fees, I got it. And if not, we can help you some. We can say, look, we'll sell it to you at this price, and we'll give you 2 weeks to come back after taking the car home today with insurance on it and pay us back the difference. I mean, that's the beauty of buying a vehicle at a dealership that offers online financing, is we can help a little bit with those types of things. I mean, if you want a Jeep that bad, you may have to spend that little extra money, or maybe even a little more than a little extra money, to get the Jeep that you want. And, you know, it's just, we get so many people so indecisive coming in looking at Wranglers. They don't know exactly what they want. They know they want a Jeep, but then they want the best Jeep for the least amount of money. Now, that's another thing to talk about. I mean, come on, people, seriously. I get it. You know, you want the most bang for your buck, but you're looking at vehicles that are a high commodity right now. Everybody is hot on buying Wranglers, it seems like. At least where I live at, everybody, I mean, good Lord, we've been selling tons of Jeep Wranglers. I mean, so if we're selling a bunch of Jeeps, you got to remember one thing, the prices of them are going to go up. That's just the way the world works. When things are being hot and they're selling hot and people want them, that means that when we go to auctions to buy vehicles, and there's 5 other guys or girls at the auction bidding on a vehicle to get it for their dealership, that means for us to get the amount of Jeeps we got on our lot out here, we may have to spend more money or outbid other dealers just to get them. So what happens? It makes the prices of the Wranglers go up a little bit more on that in particular lot. It's not every day you get to steal a trade from somebody. We
rarely ever get trade-ins on Jeep Wranglers. Most of the time we're going out to auctions and having to buy them. Or, you know, every once in a while, it's kind of rare that we actually go out and find private party Jeeps, because here's the other thing. Go online and look. I mean, people even private party on Facebook Marketplace, they want a good bit for their Jeep as well. So, I mean, if you want a Wrangler, you just need to learn or figure out in your brain, hey, look, I'm just going to have to spend more money to be able to get what I want. I mean, here's a 2012. Was 23.5, now 21.5. And we're not breaking off that number, unfortunately, for somebody looking at this Jeep. We need 21.5 for this Jeep. There's no negotiating going on at all. You know, the thing is, there's so many people that want a Jeep right now. If you come in and offer me 20 grand out the door, I'm going to say see you later, because we need 21.5 plus tags and fees. And there'll be somebody else that'll come in and they'll pay the money and they'll get it. So that's that. Now, you want a 4-door Jeep, right? I want you to look at that window over there, $11,990. This is a 2007 soft top, manual transmission, 2-wheel drive with 190,000 miles on it. $11,980, basically $12,000. It's just a base model X Wrangler 2-wheel drive soft top. 12 grand basically, 11,900. If you're looking at 4-door Jeeps, if you want a 4-door, if you're trying to stay in the 10 to 12 range, you might as well go ahead and get in your head that you're going to have to go out and buy yourself a Wrangler that's 170 to 200,000 miles or more on it to stay in that price range. So think about that for a minute. If you're out there shopping for Jeeps, you're going to have to go ahead and get ready to buy a Jeep with super high mileage. I'm not saying they're bad Jeeps because they got high mileage on them, but that's about the only way you're going to get a Wrangler for a 4-door. Again, a 2-wheel drive, soft top X. This is like the entry level of Wranglers here. 12 grand with 190,000 miles on it, okay? So pay attention to that. It does got a 4-wheel drive sticker on the window, but it is not a 4-wheel drive, I guarantee you. It's a 2-wheel. Let me show you. And I'm going to go ahead and rip it off. Watch this. Get it off of here, because this is not accurate. And somebody screwed up that doesn't know the Jeeps, I guess, and they put a 4-wheel drive on there. Because a lot of people just assume that Jeeps are 4-wheel drive. And for the most part, they are. But that's right. They did make some Jeeps that were 2-wheel drive. And this happens to be one of them. They also made some Jeeps out there with no AC in them, which I sold one today. Who would have thought I could have did that? I did it. So I sold it to a nice lady. And as you can see, if you look down in there, there's no, here we go. Look, 2-wheel. Nothing there. So pay attention to that, folks. You might be online car shopping and you see a Wrangler that's 12,000 bucks and you're like, man, that sounds like a good deal. Look at the mileage, guys, 198. So it's pushing about 2,000 miles away from 200,000. But pay attention, because somebody might be advertising a Jeep that's 2-wheel drive, and then you drive all the way there and you're like, hold on a minute, it's not 4-wheel. So pay attention. This was $12,990. As you can see, we've dropped it down to $11,490. But you'll find Jeeps out there that are 2-wheel drive in these 4-doors. So pay attention to that, and also pay attention to the Wrangler X 2-door. If it's super cheap, it might not have AC in it. So that was the situation that happened with the Jeep I sold today. You know, it was a really nice Wrangler and all, but no air conditioner in it at all. So those are base model vehicles, which don't cost a whole lot when you go in to buy them from the manufacturer. So they're out there. But like we said earlier when we were talking in the vehicle, you got to pay to play. I hope y'all can understand that. And if you find yourself a good deal on something, don't go and leave and think you're going to come back a few days later. If you got the opportunity to buy a Wrangler, and let's say it's just a little more than your budget, don't think that Jeep's going to be there a day, 2 days, or a week later. Most likely, if it was a good deal and it's a beautiful vehicle and it's in great shape and it's just a little more than your budget, I guarantee you that Jeep will sell in the next 24 to 48 hours, because somebody else is going to go, you know what? I'll spend the extra 500 bucks and I'll get it.
and they'll be happy, and they've got what they want. So again, you got to pay to play. All right, guys, that's enough ranting and raving for one day with Jeeps. But if you need something, please come and see me at rogerswranglers.com or Rogers Wranglers on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're at. Just get in contact with me. I sell Jeeps to people in North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and South Carolina. If you're looking to do in-house financing, you got to be a resident of South Carolina. That means that's a no credit check loan on a Jeep. Cash down, driver's license, insurance, you're rolling, okay? To do that no credit check loan process, you got to be a resident of South Carolina. So pay attention to that. If you live in North Carolina, Florida, Georgia, or wherever you're at, you need to come in with a certified check from your bank or cash money if you want to take a Jeep back home with you. All right. Have a good one, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Just a little talk, something a little different. We're usually reviewing stuff, but I had some things on my mind, and I wanted to kind of get it off a little bit. And look, every once in a while, you can find some good deals out there on vehicles. And I'm not saying these aren't, a lot of these are good deals out here, okay? But not everything's always going to be a good deal, okay? A lot of times, it's going to be what it should be. Or maybe a little bit more. Because again, people are buying them up right now. And Jeeps are super popular. Go in your local Pet Boys, AutoZone, Advanced. Go in your local Pet Boys, okay? And tell me what you see when you walk in. LED light bars, all the cool accessories for four-wheel drive and off-road Jeeps and all. That'll let you know real quickly that Jeeps are hot right now. If you go in your local Advanced or auto parts store and see all those LED light bars and all, that's for stuff like this. Wranglers, 4Runners, you know, vehicles that get off and have fun on the off-road. That's what people want to do right now. They want to get off the grid. They want to go out camping. They want to get away from the city, away from all the people, and Jeeps give you opportunity to get the family in, load all your stuff in, and go camping and get out of town. That's what it's all about. And if you want to do that, a lot of times you're going to have to spend a little more money to be able to enjoy those luxuries of life. Anyways, guys, we'll see you soon.